is actually the first day that I came here, not really knowing what I wanted to talk about. Um, my mind, like I was glad to work from home today because, um, well, one, it rained. Like when I say rain, it rained. And two, Jamaica is on my mind. Welcome back to Antonia's Blissful Corner. I don't even sound like myself. Welcome back to Antonia's Blissful Corner. I swear, today is one of those days that I was happy to be home because I didn't have to do a lot of talking like unnecessarily to people. Um, it was just me and mommy, and sometimes she gets to know with my voice, but it's fine. But no, seriously, today was one of those days. It's like wow, because I'm getting this is the busiest my phone has been in a very very long time. Getting a lot of text messages mostly, inquiring about family back home and prayers and well wishes, and I'm so so grateful, so grateful. Um, Today I is month end close, so I'm busy, but like it's hard to stay focused when there is that unknown, right? And so I really didn't think of what I wanted to talk about today. It wasn't until like about 20 minutes ago, like, oh no, what am I going to talk about? Because I did worked and then I went upstairs to have dinner, and then mommy was watching an African show, and I sat and then lay down on the couch, and then time skipped on by. So anyway, today was a weird day. And I feel like even though I'm miles away from Jamaica, seeing the aftermath of the storm and remembering that there are so many that were still rebuilding from Hurricane Beryl last year, it hits deep, right? Because a lot of them are people who really don't, they're not, like they don't really have it, so the rebuilding is going to be crazy. Like today I was thinking about all of the people who are either in the UK or here in the States who save their coins and decided to prepare to retire in Jamaica. And now the storm hit, and God knows if they had insurance. And I was thinking about the people who um, finished, like building their home and is living there, or it's almost done and they're preparing to move home. But nevertheless, it's just really, really tragic. There are places that or not as affected, but then there's some that the only way that I can describe it is that what I say to somebody said a bulldozer bomb fell on it, because seriously, like it was just it was so much. But then I'm thinking about like starting over, and starting over isn't always as cute as like a new chapter. Starting over can sometimes just seem like a challenge. But I will say, and one of the reasons that I'm, like I guess like well, I mean, I'm not physically going through it myself, but I'm thinking about family. Like I'm thinking about how I can help family, and but I think for me right now, I'm stuck on kind of waiting to hear that everybody is okay, especially in the area that was hit hardest. Let me breathe. I feel like that's the first time that I breathed in a little while. Um, Starting over doesn't really come with the music playing in the background for everyone and all the time. Sometimes it's standing in front of what's left, like literally, and whispering, "All right, Lord, show me where to begin." And sometimes that beginning is basically taking up debris, right? So I was saying to someone today that I wish that I wish I had the resources to go home and help. And, because helping isn't just about, giving money, it's also like literally rolling your sleeves up and just helping people in any way possible, right? So whether it's um, helping to clear out, because listen, some of the aerial views that I saw, I'm First of all, first of all, right before, literally minutes before it came on, maybe 2 minutes, mommy came in here laughing like she always do because Jamaicans are Jamaicans and Jamaicans laugh at everything. I don't. I'm laughing now because, but mommy came in and she was showing me a video that was shared with her um from our parish. So we come from St. James, like literally up in the hills. Mom used to tell people that we live on a hilltop. I at the time I didn't really, I thought she was joking until when I started to go back to Jamaica as as an adult, and we would take the drive from Montego Bay up to Niagara. So we're from Niagara, not Niagara Falls. And it literally is like you literally go up the mountainside, like round the corners, and do all this here and then up, 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 up. And then when you get to our district, then you continue and then there's a decline. So I was like, oh wow. So anyway, mom came in here minutes before I came live to show me a video that was shared with her. And it was my granddaddy's church. So when we go to Jamaica, even if we don't get to um, attend church service, we go to visit my grandparents' grave because it's on the churchyard. It's in the churchyard. And we collectively, a number of years ago, we had the church refurbished, right? So very recently, actually, we learned that the roof needed to be fixed. So it's kind of like on the list. It was on a long list, not on a short list. Was one of those things. Okay, and I thought about it for a brief second today. Like I wonder how the church survived, right? Because the church is exposed because even though we're in our district, like there are plenty of trees and all of that around, I feel like that this is like this is a hill, and the church is like right here, so basically exposed on all sides. And that lady, my mama, she came in here, she showed me a video of the church, and I didn't even know what to do because mommy's there laughing, but it's not like laughter as in like happy laugh. I think Jamaicans just laugh at everything because if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry type thing, or what else you gonna do, right? At my granddaddy's church that she helped to build because well, mommy's one of 16, and so um, I think mommy. I remember one time I counted. I think mommy's number 14. I think she's number 14 from yeah, no 13. I don't remember, but she's close to the end. But anyway, um she told stories about how they had to basically carry rocks to help to basically build the church. My granddaddy's church is in half, like there's a whole like more than a half of it missing from the middle. From the middle, and I was like, oh my god, that lady did a number on Jamaica. That lady did a number on Jamaica. And it's like goodness, right? So it's almost as if like there's some areas that it is totally destroyed. And I feel like I don't know. If I think for me from afar, it's just hard to fathom. But the reality of it is Jamaicans are indeed resilient, and they have been through their share of storms. And I'm sure that there will be more, God forbid that, like any more like Melissa. But they always rebuild, like, for some it may take some time because of their location or resources. But good Lord. Good Lord. um, so yeah, but I don't even know. I don't even know, like, because it's like I watched actually one of the videos that I watched today that kind of warmed my heart was a gentleman that was walking through Saint Elizabeth, right? So it was going from place to place, and this this area was damaged, but it wasn't devastated like the part where I have family living. And he stopped and talked to some people along the way, and one of the gentlemen that he spoke with towards the end, he was saying that he's just concerned because without any uh with the due to the widespread power outage, and he has no internet, he's not able to communicate with his family here. right? So of course, and I think that's the thing, like there's just simple concern. Things are things. Things can either be replaced or just basically like, discarded. But when you have family and you're not sure how they're doing, and that's where I'm now, like I just feel as if like there's a piece of me that's just stuck and numb because I just need to know that everybody is okay, right? So I watched the video, and I was grateful because then at least I was able to get some insight, as to what that lady did. I keep calling her that lady. And towards the end of the video, well, so the gentleman that he was speaking with that mentioned the family back home. When I scrolled down in the comments, one of the comments said, "Hi, Jonathan." I can't remember the name of the channel, was Jonathan something, but the comment said, "Hi, Jonathan. The man in the red shirt is my dad. And I was so happy to see him because we were worried. I'm so happy that I'm shaking." And that warmed my heart because thank God for YouTube, because even though the man was not able to communicate directly on his own, God made it so that he was able to be present when the person was walking through and speaking with people. And so his family here, they were able to see that he's okay. And I think sometimes you just need that glimmer of hope so that you can breathe and move forward. Starting over is not easy, not all the time, right? Again, they've had storm after storm. And when you watch some of the videos, like you can't help but to laugh because again, like, so I was saying to mommy this morning when I was watching a video where this guy was walking through a different video, and I was like, man, I wish I was there. I wouldn't want to be there for the storm, but I would want to be there for after the storm, just to walk around and look. But then when I saw the parts that were badly damaged, I was like, nah, I'd rather be here. I'd rather be at a distance and watch, because there was another video where the gentleman was walking, and I think he's actually, this one is actually from here. I think he was a white guy. I think it was a white guy, and he was walking through and speaking to various people, and there was a lady, and outside of her home, like, so he went in the home, and she was showing how, well, the roof was going, because that's the thing. Like when you walk into the buildings, there is no roof. Like it literally have like moon roofs now. And she walked through and she was talking about, how they had to basically, because the water was rising, and he was like, well, what did you do? Did you sit on the bed? And she said, no, we lift up the mattress and we just cock up. So it was just so funny because again, all you can do is laugh. And then when he went out, when they walked outside to just take a gander at what was remaining, and he was like, there was a goat laying there, and he was like, a dead goat, and he kept going. And I thought I didn't hear what he said initially, so I rewound it so I could like hear, and then he said it again. I'm like, oh no. And then he said, there's another one. And I was like, oh no. So then he asked her, about the goats, and like, what, and the animals. And she said, oh, some of them run away in the bush and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh my goodness. So, because I feel like the one that I saw was tied, and I guess it was tied so that it would be safe and not blow away. But unfortunately, it drowned, and because that's what he said. He said a drowned goat, and I was like, oh my goodness. Um, so it's just sad. It's just like so sad, and the way that things are, as like, so my family is in Black River, and when I saw they had like drones as basically, above whatever have you. And one of the videos that I saw, there were people who were able to access a grocery store from the top, from the roof, and they climbed in and basically were taking out the food and basically like just throwing it out, to people. And in the comments, people were saying, oh, they're stealing, da da da. And then other people are like, they're trying to survive, right? Because the reality of it is, with everything, well, one, shut down, two, with all the water damage, you may as well just take the food out because it may spoil anyway, right? So I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But when I saw like the mangled mess of, um well, the zinc is, there was one point where a zinc was kind of like stuck like this, kind of like this, in a phone line, and I was like, wow. But there's just mangled iron. There's like board that, like, it's like like just shredded. Like like this. It's again, it's like a bomb, basically, like just blow everything to like smithereen. There was a beautiful home that from the outside it looked like it was intact, but then when he walked up close, he was like, "Wow, they had a steel door, a steel door." I kid you not. In the video, it looked like it was this thick. That lady was like, "I will not be denied." That lady took the door, and the door was all mangled like this. It didn't come off the hinge, but it was all crooked like this. And the people that lived there, they put two wooden doors on the inside so that people won't, like just come in. Because I think that was one of the fear for people who didn't want to leave their homes. They were afraid that after the storm that people would just basically walk around and break in and steal and whatever have you. Which is a valid which is a valid it's a valid concern. But I don't know. I feel like if I knew that there was a category 4 storm coming and I'm being told to evacuate, I don't know. I think I'd rather save my life than save the things, but that's not me. So I can't put myself in their position. I feel like until you experience it, you can we can only basically give our opinion, talk, and whatever have you. There was a so a video this morning where in the height of the storm, there was a gentleman laying flat on his roof trying to nail down zinc. Again, we're sitting up here laughing because it looks funny, but I'm sure it wasn't funny to him at the time. And in the comments, no, it wasn't in the comments. The person that was recording it said, that the man had no value in life. So basically, he doesn't value his life. For those who don't speak patois. And in the comments, someone addressed it and said they shouldn't say that, because at the end of the day, he knows what he's trying to protect. That man probably have children in his home and he has nowhere to go, and basically doing his best as a man to protect his family, his home, right? I spoke with someone that's there now, and he said that someone that was actually walking through the community and asked someone if they can stay with them, and if they can't, if they would allow their daughter to stay with them. Like, this is how desperate people are, because when you lose your home, like, you're literally homeless. So there are a lot of people down there who are homeless, right? I'm hoping that I will get news soon about my family, and I pray to God that they are safe and well. It has been a day, and I feel like this is only like the first. Is it the first full day after, or is it the second? I don't even know. Now I'm losing count. But it was nice to see the sun shining. So it's like almost like she wasn't even here. She came, she did what she needed to, then she bounced. But it's life, it's nature, it happens. It's not the first storm. They had Gilbert, it hit as a 3, but that was, I think, the worst one prior to this one. And now her. But the reality of it, there's a lot of people in Jamaica that is recovering from last storm, and now they got to figure out how to recover from this one. In the videos that I saw, there was a gentleman, I think it was the same, no, it was a different one, that was driving, and actually, it was the one that had the man in the red shirt. And he was showing how it's difficult to get to certain areas because there are downed trees, there are downed light poles, and not all of them are wood. Some of them are metal and they're heavy, and so they cannot get them out the road so that help can go, because there was like a caravan of cars waiting to go, but they had to basically stop, and people had to come out with their sword. There was a gentleman that had one leg, and he was out there with his sword. Basically, everybody's just desperate now to just try to get to certain areas where there was bad damage. I don't think anyone would or could have imagined this magnitude of destruction. I've never in my wildest dream would I have thought of it. Today I was home, as I mentioned, and I knew it was supposed to rain today. I thought it was supposed to rain tomorrow too, but whatever came through, it left. I'm thinking it was that lady's distant cousin, because when I tell you, it started to the, the rain was coming down so heavy at one point. I was like, whoa, I got up from my seat and went to just look out the window because I was in shock. And when I looked out the window, I saw like the corner of my street, there was basically a river, right? And people were coming down, usually somewhat fast. And when they got in and they saw the water kind of like come up so much that it almost covered their car, they stopped and they're like, "Oh," and they're trying to figure out which way to go. And some of them that were coming from another direction, and they saw it. They were like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that," and it would reverse, or they would come and just make a U-turn and basically go another route. It was crazy because of all the years that I've lived in this house, I have never, ever, ever, ever seen that before. And and again, that was basically just, and it was, it was windy today, but it was nothing in comparison to what the folks in Jamaica, um, like endured to, with that lady. Because it wasn't just a one day event for Miss Melissa. It was a few days because they were getting rain and winds from the weekend, and because she would basically like just taking her time before she arrived. Hey, Kay. and and I don't know, I can't imagine, like what it's like to wake up, if they even if they even slept, like to walk out and see that everything that they had is gone. There was a point in time when I wondered, or asked someone, what is worse, fire or rain? And I said to myself, you know what, rain. No, fire is worse, because if there's a fire, everything burns and it's gone. At least with rain, there might be some things that's salvageable. But with this lady and her high winds, I don't know. I do not know. So starting over for a lot of people is going to be something difficult. Um, like I was already I said to my mom today that going to mention to the family at large about our family in Black River and about raising funds to help them, get back on track. But then when my mama came and showed me my granddaddy's church and how it's in it, okay, to be fair, I was about to say it's in half. It is not in half. It's like something basically cut a nice slice out of it and took it. I don't know where that lady sent it. Lord have mercy. You know what though? I'm very grateful that we were able to go and visit the church 2 Sundays ago. I don't even know now. And my grandparents' grave. I'm glad that we were in Jamaica and saw it the way that it looked before the rebuild, right? So starting over can sometimes just feel like a challenge. I mean, I really am feeling it. I'm not sad. I just have this heavy feeling on me because of the fact that I know I have family there. A lot of people in Jamaica were already struggling, and now it's going to be even worse. But again, and I will continue to say that the thing about the Jamaican people is that they are so resilient. Them little, but them talawa. And I am grateful that I have that kind of power in me. um, I am keeping the faith that the family that I haven't heard from as yet is okay. And basically praying. There are homes that, well, the ones that was basically wood, them they done gone. They didn't even exist. It's not even rubble. It gone. Like when the guy was showing, there was a house there. There was a house there. There was a house there. So they're gone. There are houses that are made of cement. So there, in some cases, the cement is there standing, but the roof ain't there. The roof is gone. And then there's some that actually have a roof. Basically, the house is still intact, but they got flooded because the water had to find some place to go. So everyone in St. Elizabeth was touched, some more than some. West, I haven't seen Westmoreland as yet, but I think Clarendon also was damaged. Montego Bay for sure. because I have family there also. So, but thankfully, I'm in touch with someone there that's giving me some insight as to um, what's happening. But again, just keep Jamaica and the people in your thought and prayers. Um, someone said something to me today, regarding, well, it's nature and whatever. And I said yes, and I said, remember Sandy? Hurricane Sandy was not kind to us here in New York. I mean, I thank God I was blessed because I didn't lose, my electricity and I had my water and everything like that. But a cousin who lived one town over, they had to come here to shower because they had no electricity. And, we went to Long Island, well, oh, Queens, another part, we went to Rockaway to go and assist because they were they were flooded. They had no electricity. And so we helped to go and pack bags to give to those who were without. So, it happens. Nature is nature. And because we be playing with Mother Nature be like, hold on. Let me remind y'all. And this was one this was one for the record books. But yeah, but uh I don't know. I I don't know. Starting over doesn't always look like progress. And I feel like this one is going to take some time because again, there were some that were still working on rebuilding from Hurricane Beryl last year. And so now it's almost as if like they were almost done and fate can say, "Oh, start over." It's like no. And sometimes some people do give up because it's a lot. It is a lot of work. Um, but then sometimes the person that decide to give up, if even if it's just a fleeting thought to give up, somebody comes along and said, "No, say you're not give up, and they take them by the hand and they start walking together because we're gonna do this. And this is why I wish that I had the resources to be in Jamaica right now, so that I can assist in any way that I can, because it's going to take some time. And I said to mommy, I said, I'm going. I already have plans to travel elsewhere in November, but I told her I'm going down next year. We actually had we usually go down in August, but I'm thinking and praying and hoping that I'll be able to go down in earlier in the year. But man, what's crazy is on Sunday I said to mommy, when I learned that things are gonna start looking bleak here with government this and government that and all the types of things, and the show them starting to look like a scanty. And I said to mommy, we may as well start asking people them in Jamaica to pack a barrel and send come. But no, them not have that. So it's gonna be from this end. Whoo, child. I tell you, it is very clear. It is very clear that this is God working, and I wish that everybody is opening their eyes and being mindful and being thoughtful and being grateful, because we are living in a time that is, I don't know, it's painful, and it's not just in Jamaica, it's not just in America, it's worldwide. Like it's almost as if, like I said to mommy, the word that I used was we are in a cleansing period. It's almost as if like we are in a cleansing period. When I saw the rain right outside today, like on the corner with the water, I was taking videos. I'm like, what is going on? And I started to message people who are in the office, and I'm like, are you in the office? Yes. Please be careful. And I was wishing that they, were able to like leave early to get home. But I just feel as if like we are in a time when we are being cleansed because we are doing too much. We are doing way too much. And sometimes, man, listen, when I read the Bible and I see and I get to the stories, and because when you read the Bible enough, like you start to basically after a while, it basically start off from the beginning. And then you get to the parts where he decided, you know what? Oh no, I do too much. Maybe I just flush the toilet and basically start over. I feel like that's what's happening right now. I really do, because like we are doing too much, and it's not because at the end of the day, he's not going to just cherry pick, the ones who are good, because even though you think you might be good, you may not be good, right? But sometimes the few have to suffer for the mass. I gotta breathe. I really do have to breathe. I have to breathe. But anyway, just like the island, we have to. I had to rebuild overnight. But no, not overnight. Over time, right? And I think that that's what we need to do. I think that we need to learn how to rebuild over time. Um, there, I, I don't even know. I don't even know. Rebuilding is, some people can rebuild quietly, intentionally. Like one small decision there, one small decision there, one small step here, one small step there. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, the name of the game is to keep going. There's no stopping. You can't stop to rest, but don't give up. Life is life, and we're all here for a reason. Um, we wake up every morning for a reason. Not everyone wakes up. And that's why, like, when I do my morning message and I say I'm so grateful that God had us on his wake up list this morning, it's intentional because not everyone was on the wake up list. But we were awakened for a reason. And that reason isn't to give up. Continue on your journey, continue, with your purpose. Sometimes some people are not sure of what their purpose is. Your purpose is whatever it is that makes you happy. Whatever it is that you're doing that's helping people, helping your community, that brings you joy, that is, as far as I'm concerned, that is your purpose. Like, it's not a big secret. But but not everyone, because I it took me a while to figure out what mine was. Like, I like to help people. I love to help people. um I used to give away myself to the church, to a women's club, anybody, right? But then I had to learn how to basically take that back and focus on me and my family, because I was neglecting my mama. Because I was really, just, like giving away all of my time and leaving none for me and none for my mom. And one day I thought to myself, hold on there. Father God, make it so that your mother can't come live with you. And what's gonna happen if you give away all your time? What happens if when she closed her eyes, what you gonna do? Lord of mercy. When, because I thought to myself, wait a second, God made it so that I have this time to be with my mother, and I'm choosing to neglect that. Like, so I had to basically just learn how to say no, and like say yes to me and yes to her. Because even if we're just here bickering or watching TV or not, not doing anything, at least we're here together, and I'm grateful for that. So if you are rebuilding, whether it's from loss, from burnout, from heartbreak, even from self-doubt, I want you to know this: you are not behind, you are becoming. And there is no giving up, because we are in this thing together. We are in this thing together. Please remember that every morning that God wakes you up, he woke you up for a reason. If you do not know that reason, ask him. Ali Afido, ask him. All you have to do is basically just sit down and have a conversation, and it will come to you. You just have to basically know how to be still and have that conversation, because he's there. He really is. I really and truly have to breathe, because I feel as if, like, I'm holding in my breath too much. I'm holding in my breath too much. I am, but I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that I have found my voice. I'm grateful that um, I have been given the courage to come and do this. And I'm grateful that I chose to do this 25-day journey. I don't even think I said that this was day 23. This is day 23, y'all. um, I'm just very grateful. I'm grateful for it all. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you, Kay. Thank you. We were talking the other day, Kay. I don't know if you saw the video. I think it was yesterday. I don't even remember what day it was, about us getting together at some point. I'm looking forward to that. I think we decided on Florida, so I guess we come to Florida where they got lizards with guns. But we're gonna make it happen. Yeah. So that's what I have for today. Like, if you are starting over, don't look at it as an uphill battle. Don't look at it as a chore. Just look at it as a new chapter. it is a new chapter for you to do something else. Sometimes the other day I thought about the fact that when I was in when we went to Jamaica this last time, and I was whining the first day and a half about the resort that we were in, and I was comparing it to my former favorite place away from home. And I was whining about, oh, if it was Iberia Star, and oh, Iberia Star, and then mommy was like, Lord Jesus. And then the next day she said it, and I was like, oh. But when I thought about it, I realized that sometimes God makes things uncomfortable for us so that we can do something different, so that we can change. So that because sometimes we really do truly become complacent. And the whole idea is to grow. And you can't grow if you're basically sitting in the same place doing the same thing. You're not gonna grow. You're not gonna grow, you're gonna taunted. so so I'm grateful that I had that thought while I was there, because it allowed me to release the old and allow the new in. And in doing so, we were able to connect with new people. And that's the whole idea, is to basically learn about other people, meet new people, do new things. I'm gonna go set my water. Yeah, 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 Kay. We all be there. We have to plan it, Kay. We really, because on the call that night was Violet Crow, Big 1111, and Veronica. And we were talking about making something happen in 2026. And so I think we need to start talking about it from early so that we can get it done. Because I just feel, even if it's just one time, even if it is just one time, we come, we get together so that we can, like just be together in one place, hug each other, and then go back home and get behind the screen again. But I think it would be so nice. So anyway, I will close here. Thank you all for supporting me on this journey. And to my family in Jamaica, those who I know, those who I don't know, and those who maybe visited. And to anyone, actually, anyone, anywhere who's starting over, I see you. I see you. You are living proof that hope doesn't drown, it rebuilds. You may not have everything yet, but you still have life. Once you have life, you have purpose and a reason to keep showing up. So here's to the quiet strength of starting over, not with noise or speed, but with faith and steady hands. Because every sunrise, every new day, it says the same thing. You still have a chance. I gotta breathe. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. Please do not forget to subscribe and come back tomorrow for day 24. I think I might celebrate on day 25, but I think I might start over from day one, because I'm appreciating the fact that I am showing up every day now. Um, who would have thunk? 24 days ago, I never thought nothing about going on live. Who go live by myself? You must be nuts. And here I am, day 23, and I am very grateful. We're all here for a purpose. Please find yours if you haven't yet. All right. And also remember that quiet is still a voice. Please take care. Thank you so much, Kay. Love you very much. Take care. Yes, I love that, Kay. Send love into the new reality before you get there. That is so beautiful. Thank you, sis. I truly appreciate your purpose. I appreciate um, what you bring to the world. If you're not following Kay, please follow Kay and Didi on YouTube. She has a beautiful channel. Um, she speaks, well, she's an artist and she does great work. I don't know if I got to find out if we've already had the art show on her channel, because I did some artwork. But anyway, another story for another day. Well, please check out Kay. She talks about some things that's truly out of this world. Like regarding us as beings, our purpose here, and basically everything in the higher power. And it always blows my mind, because it's one of those things where we don't really think about. And when she's talking, I'm like zoning, like whoa. But Take care. Please have a great night. And I will see you tomorrow for day 24. Take care.